How are y'all doing? Welcome to my channel where I talk about cross stitch. My name's Sadie. I live in Maine. For those that have not met me before, and for those that are coming back, hope y'all are doing well. Can't believe that it's already the end of February. I don't have a lot because I got sick with the virus that is going around. Thankfully not COVID, but it's whatever flu cold situation's happening. So when I've seen that people are like so tired to stitch or to even stitch, I again was like, really? Am I going to be that tired? Yes, I was that tired this week. There were, I want to say, at least 2 full days back to back that I couldn't do anything but come back and just barely eat and go to bed. So thankfully I started feeling better yesterday, getting my wind back and getting back into the swing of things, especially with the Mermaid retreat in Australia coming up. I have not hit those goals yet, and I'm like on crunch time trying to get some of those projects ready. So today I am going to show you a finished project. I'm going to show you a picture of an FFO that I got done, a whip, a kitted project, and some haul. So we'll see how this video goes. So the FFO is one that I don't even know if I showed. I'd have to look if last time I showed where I started it. But essentially it was a really small picture of the Era's Ghosts that the Witchy Stitcher created. She made it with all of the albums of Taylor Swift, but I just used 3, and I put them in this super cute 5x7 frame, and I finished it. I was like on a roll before I got sick to get that done, and I gave it to the person and they liked it, so that was super nice. So I'll have a picture, hopefully, that I've already shown of what it turned out. I also did a really short like YouTube video showing what the final product looked like, so I was really happy with it. So that is my FFO. Again, sorry that I was not able to show it to you guys, but whenever, if it's a gift, I love to finish it and just send it on to the person it's for. The next one is a finished SAL, and I'm super happy for it. It is the Autumn Lane Stitchery Woodland Winter SAL. And again, this is probably the first SAL that I have ever finished like on time when it came out. So without further ado, here it is. And I think it looks so good. I will get in close, but it is so nice. The way that Erin uses space and does the like negative space and the forefront pictures. I definitely had to use my brain a bit for some of the spots. And I think I've learned, I'm having a new flow when it comes to stitching, where I'm, instead of doing kind of cross-country stitching where I just pick a color thread and I run with it as far as I can, I'm like using all the threads in that region as I can. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I'll try to explain, like, if I was working on the cabin, I would have started with the red and then filled in some yellow and then worked on the white and then brought the brown down and then filled in between and then expand from there. Like, instead of just taking the red and taking it everywhere, including all the gaps, I'm just working in the little chunks as I go. I don't know why I've started doing that, but that's kind of been my comfort stitching right now. And I mean, so far it's working. If anything, I feel like I've gotten some things done a little bit faster that way. So I'm going to see how far I can go. So that is the SAL. I bought a frame for it. but it doesn't fit. Because I measured it out and it's like 9 by 6. So I thought, oh yeah, then an 8 by 10 frame would totally fit it. And I got one at Home Goods, and it's a super cute frame. Is this one. Like, I love the decoration that's around, like the little intricate part. And it is an 8 by 10. But I didn't take into account that the frame here would eat up some of that 8 by 10 on the picture. And so definitely the top parts are being covered by the frame. So now I think I have to, if I want to go for something standard, go for like an 11 by 14. And I'm okay with the blue fabric showing up around it. So that will be my next hunt. Looking for a frame so that I can put it in something. So that is them. Next is my whip. And this one is the Art Deco tree by Nora Corbett. I am so close to a finish on it. I'm hoping by this weekend it'll get done. I wish I can say by the end of the month, but literally tomorrow is the end of this month. So that would be amazing, but super fast. That would be like me getting 1,000 stitches in today, and I'm not that fast. So I will show you what I have done so far. So here it is. And I am enjoying it. It's been a little weird. That like teal blue is still iffy in my brain, but that is the called for, and it could be the fabric choice that I've made, but I am sticking with it and continuing. The part that I mainly worked on a lot was the gold branch and leaves that are out here. And what happened is in the center, I messed up where I essentially lost count of one line. So in the middle, there are only like four stitches going vertical of the gold, but it should have been 5. So that kind of made this area a little bit iffy, but everything from above it is completely fine. And technically this bottom piece is fine as well. So for me to make sure that it was going to work, I had to complete this whole side first. And then I saw what areas I needed to finesse over here. So that way, when I have to duplicate it on this side, I know already what I have to match for here, since there are practically complete identical sides. I say practically because there are some parts around the shading of where these branches cross that they are different from each other, because I think Nora is trying to show where light is coming and being respectful of how natural light would have hit this tree. So I'm now working over on this side of the branch, getting into the leaves, and I'm likely hoping to get as much of those branches done tonight, potentially tomorrow getting into the blue, and then this weekend finishing it up, putting it all together with the stitches, and starting all the beading. And I think there's at least one bead that I don't have from in stash. I have like 3 of the 4. I definitely have the major one. So the major one is, I think, a gold bead, and it covers a lot of the top and down of this piece. I don't know if the one I'm missing is like a green, but I will likely use something that I've had in stash, because I have a bunch of mill hills from other projects that I've collected, and it's not as much as the main bead. So I can definitely pick something and make it look good with that. So I'm really excited that I get to have a finish soon, so that I can bring it and show it off at the retreat as a finish. I know I'm gonna put it in a frame, and I'll likely frame this one myself. The ones that I probably would want to get professionally framed are the Zodiac series ones and the Mirabilia ones as well. But this one I can frame myself. So I'll be working on that tonight. So that's really what I have put my hands on. The other stuff, I'll show you the kitted up project and then the haul that I got. So the kitted project, I talked about it in my last video, and this one is Regina Haible, which is the sampler that Cam the Stitcher is doing as a conversion of, with the palette from Nosferatu. So this is the pattern, and I am not a sampler person. Like, I don't think I've ever shown a sampler to you all, because letters, like wording, is just not my thing. But this, for some reason, I agreed with. I said, and especially with the colors that Cam showed, and I have them here, but I am super excited for them. So with that, I got the fabric and the color and cotton threads that Cam recommended in her conversion. So the fabric that I got is a Elephant Run from Fox and Rabbit. Again, I've never used a Fox and Rabbit, so it was my first time. It is a 32 count linen. So it is this. And these are the colors. They do look very gothic pastel-y, and I am enjoying it. There are certain conversions that people do, and like some of the colors call to me, some don't, but all of these definitely call to me. So I've never owned color and cotton threads, but here they are. And then when I looked at them, I had to look at it virtually, but then when I placed them all here, I felt like it went pretty well. I don't think, there may be a few that kind of blend in with the fabric, but so do some of the ones in the original sampler. So I'm not upset about that at all. And then they were nice enough to include some gift cottons. Like, these were just freebies that they put when I ordered. So that was like really nice of them. Now the fun, scary part is gonna be connecting a color and cotton with a with one of the original threads. Which ones were it that they used? Let us see. So DMC. So because there definitely isn't a one-to-one in color, but Cam made it that all of them are one-to-one. So they're all gonna put one with another. Technically, I'm gonna have to choose which color I want to replace from the original. So it's a puzzle. I love puzzles, so I'm gonna take it as a beautiful challenge. I already saw kind of a little bit of a cheat sheet where in Cam's latest video, she showed the top part of the sampler that she did. She mainly did, I want to say it was like the crown and some of the border. But I'm going to try to just pick the colors that I think would go well as replacements. And then see how it turns out. Kind of scared. Kind of scared about it, but I think it'll go well. When to start it? Like, I mean, I want to start it now. Like, Cam started it for Valentine's already, and I thought that was very opportune. I still haven't started my frog and mushroom one, and I do want to start that one. So, like, these are two that I want to start real bad. But my brain right now is very much into finish mode for the retreat in March. Literally, I leave in a week because I leave the 8th, and that's next Saturday. So I've already lost some days being sick. I need to catch up on those days. Technically, a blessing in disguise was I got sick like the Friday that just passed. So in the weekend, I wasn't so fatigued, but I got to stitch probably like 1,500 stitches that weekend, and that was amazing. It probably compensated for the 2 days that I didn't stitch at all after. So I'm hoping that this weekend I get to do a little bit more of that, where I get to catch up on some stitching. Because I'm definitely going to be starting Leo. I may be starting that and trying to work on both Leo and Aries at the same time. So that way they're at least both whips. And I can try to get them done. Who knows when. That's really it. Who knows when. And I may just have to push the frog and mushroom cross stitch project from Owl Forest for after the retreat. And then Regina Haible. Who knows? I'm trying to think. Who knows if either of those will come with me to Australia and I can work on those, or if another project will trump it. I don't know. I don't know at this point. I'll see what in the world. I don't even know what I'm gonna bring for that retreat. I have so many things. At this point, I'm just like overwhelmed and trying to figure out, okay, what do I bring to work on? I already kind of know what I want to show if they have tables. I'm just trying to figure out what am I going to work on pre, during, and post retreat. That's where my brain is. So we're going to see where it goes. Well, that is Regina. Then the other one that I'm actually kitting up, why? I don't know, but it's super cute, is one of Totu's monthly mandalas. Again, I don't know why. I'm just like so in the mood of wanting, maybe that's it. I'm just in the mood of planning and kitting things, and not thinking about the other whips that are out there. So this one's the one that I got. So I'm a sucker for series, and I needed things to be complete, so I got her monthly mandalas. I have, I think, all of them. But the one that was calling my name was this one. So this one's June's. And I think, it was just the strawberries, the bees. I wanted something that wasn't similar to the other mandalas that I have already kitted up and planned for the rest of the year. And I just wanted to get my hands on a mandala, because this is the year of mandalas based off of social media. But a lot of people, I think some people are doing small ones to get ready for big ones. I mean, I've kitted up the big ones. I'm going to go for them regardless. I don't know if I'm starting to just feel a bit intimidated because other people are feeling intimidated and that I feel like I need to work on a small one to get my feet wet. Who knows? So I've just been doing it. I've ordered, if anything, the specialty flosses. I've ordered some of them. There are certain ones that I'm not ordering because I think I can convert the DMC very easily. And then I haven't ordered any of the beads because I just wanted to make sure that I actually got it done. When this actually is near completion, then I can consider ordering the beads or using any beads that I have in stash so that I can get through those. But one of them came in from 123 Stitch because she picks out 3 of the fuzzy threads from Rainbow Gallery. And I know it is here. There you are. This one is a weird fuzzy yellow one. Look at it. And the fuzzies is for the bees. So how she has the bees planned out is that it is all in fuzzy thread. So the white, black, and yellow are all fuzzy. We'll see how that goes. I've never used fuzzy thread. We'll see if I like it, because I'm going to have to do that bee 4 times. But this is in the same bag as I have my Regina Haible. So these are essentially the patterns. Whoop! The patterns that I want to get done or started soon. That is what I've got kitted up. And then for haul, I actually got one of the patterns that came in today from Stephanie's detash parade. So she went through so many, and I watched all her videos because even if I wasn't gonna put my name in to get some of them, I just wanted to see if some of them called my name. The couple that did call my name were the ones she had in her last video. And they were the Victorian houses. And I'll try to put pictures up here, but here in Maine where I am, there are a few of those old vintage houses, and there's especially one by work that is so pretty in a weird way. And when I saw a couple of the patterns that Stephanie put out, I thought, oh my gosh, I would love to get that pattern and convert the colors to make it look like this house that I am in love with. Can I afford it? No. Is it owned by someone? Yes. Someone's doing some remodeling stuff to it on the inside. Thankfully, the outside still looks the same. But I loved it. So then there was one pattern that I picked for that. And then the other one is because Stephen King's house is here in Bangor. And I've driven past it more than once. And it is super cool. And I think this pattern that I got reminds me of that house. So I would love to use the pattern that I got from Stephanie, but change it to be the colors of Stephen King's house. So this is the one that I got. So it is the Holbrook Mansion. Like I said, it kind of reminds me because even though this is a 3/4 view of the house, when I pass by Stephen King's, it kind of looks like that, except it's red, brown, black. I could potentially consider changing some of those. He has a really gnarly gate that is awesome. It's just a bunch of spider webs. And he has a wonderful, essentially wooden totem pole that is out in his yard. I'm not going to add any of those, but I may convert this into the color scheme of his house. This is, I was trying to look for the size to see how reasonable, like how fast of a stitch it is. On a fabric count, there we go. It's 177 by 124, so it's not horrendous. With a 14 count, it's 15 by 19. Still a hefty size. Oh, look, and someone wrote 16 count. Here they only show computed 11, 14, and 18 count. And someone wrote the 16 count, which I used 32 count, so that was wonderful. So it would be 8 by 11 if I did 16 count. That doesn't feel like it makes sense. Because an 18 count is 14 by 18. I think someone did their math wrong. I'll figure it out. But other than that, it's all on one page. There aren't multiple pages to this. And then, right, these are like all the other options that they had. And Stephanie had so many. But I really wanted this one for some reason. Because now I'm getting into these weird houses. So, we will see where that goes. And then the other haul that I got were from 123 Stitch. I really needed the fuzzy. And when I got the email from 123 Stitch that said, hey, it's now in stock, I do the terrible thing of just going through and being like, hey, I wonder what patterns are like on sale / new. And so I saw that the new Nora Corbett Mermaids were being sold. Because they were in, not pre-order, but like come in soon mode. But they were in you can buy mode. So I got those. Alright, so this one's Arctic. To me, she looks like an angel mermaid. Because she kind of looks like she has wings in the back. So Arctic Mermaid. And then Antarctic Mermaid. With this series, I tried to find a pattern. There isn't a big pattern that I could find amongst all of them. Like a few of them look like they can match each other, but and then this one has to be like my favorite of all of them. just the flow, the tail, for sure my favorite. This one is North Atlantic. So she looks gorgeous and beautiful. And so I have these three now. I bought South Pacific, so South Pacific is down here, is the one with the seahorses. I do plan to get the other ones, so I need North Pacific, Indian, and South Atlantic, which was South Atlantic. Look at that. South Atlantic was here. So that purple one. And again, I have my crazy idea that I'd like to have them all together. It kind of reminds me of Ariel with her 7 sisters, or 6 other sisters, because they're all similar in the sense that they're the daughters of the 7 seas. And it'd be nice to have them all together. How that's going to work, I don't know. Again, that's my thought process. How it's going to be executed, that will happen at some point. And then that's pretty much it. I went to Joann's yesterday because the unfortunate news that they are officially closing. I believe the person that bought them when they were being auctioned off is just planning to sell everything, pay off their debt, which I found out their debt is $615 million. That's a lot of money. And that's what these people are going to pay off by selling all the stuff. So I went yesterday. More for because I've been trying to build up my DMC collection. And I said, you know what? Let's go see. And the whole store is like on a 25% discount. So the DMC is 66 cents where I'm at. And it brought it down to 49 cents. Which is pretty low. So I got a bunch of DMC to try to get to finish my collection. So I did that. I didn't really look at the fabrics because I have already a lot of fabric and I didn't want to just buy to buy without knowing what I want to work with. So I need to give myself some time, think of some projects before I go in and try to buy any fabric, if I even need any. Also got like a different hoop. I got some Aida for my vintage fairies that I'm trying to work on. So I got a few things. Big line. More than what I normally expect here. But yeah, so I'm kind of sad that they're closing. Because I used to go to them a lot. I am fortunate enough, I live in an area where I have, like it was Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. And then we also have a local, kind of like, what do they say? It's one of those like, not wholesale stores, but it's like a salvage surplus store that just buys bulk from people. And they sell a ton of fabric. That's actually pretty cool. So that may be my place to go to. But for DMC, it would be Michael's. We'll see what happens there. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping that next time I do a video, I will be in sunny Australia. So that'll be exciting. You get to see me in a different location. And I'm hoping I have a few more items that I can show you that I've worked on. I think that's it. I know I don't usually talk as much, but I'm just trying to recuperate. And if you guys hope you guys are having a good rest of your week. Happy Thursday, and we'll see you come spring. Bye.